Across the top of Italy is a striking necklace of beautiful lakes, the Italian Lakes District. At the beginning of your tour, we stay full 4 nights at Stresa beside Lake Maggiore. And from here, we also visit Lake Orta with its Abbey of San Giulio, and we catch a boat across Lake Como to the mansions and lakeside palaces of Bellagio. But let's focus now on our 3-night stay on the largest of the lakes, Garda. Many believe Lake Garda to be the most dramatic and beautiful of all the lakes. Here we stay on the eastern shore in the charming lakeside port town of Bardolino, which makes a perfect base for visits to the pretty ports up and down the lake. With such great sights at hand, you should not be rushed, and so we've left the next day entirely free. My time for the day to do as little or as much as you want. It's so interesting. The ferries are fast, low cost and frequent, and always drop you right in the heart of each port. It's only about 15 minutes one way to Garda town, which gave its name to the lake, and it's also about 15 minutes the other way to gorgeous Lascise. From there, the famous town of Simeone, built on a narrow isthmus, is only another half an hour further on. These beautiful lakeside towns are all unique, littered with boutiques and shops, leafy promenades and quiet alleys, and squares filled with cafes and gelaterias. They are all mostly pedestrianised and so very peaceful. On the next day, we include a morning visit to Salo on the other side of the lake, which boasts the longest lakefront promenade on Garda. Then it's off into the Valternese hills to Calvagesi, where we enjoy lunch in a vineyard estate that dates back centuries. But first, a wine tasting. The Ridere di Zinis is one of Garda's great wineries, and it's been in the same family for 11 generations. They use no chemicals, no pesticides. They just make wine the same way they have done for 400 years. You'll taste a number of local wines, including the famous Chiaretto rosé wine. Delicious. Now it's time for lunch. The current buildings here are a mere 300 years old, and you'll stroll through beautiful gardens along with bird life and brilliantly coloured peacocks. What a great way to enjoy lunch in a grand old winery. Salute! After days of exploring, the evenings are always such a pleasure, at leisure, so romantic and relaxing. Nearby is the glorious city of Verona, with its ancient Roman amphitheatre, so we spend the next morning there, ahead of the crowds. We have time to explore the beautiful squares and cobblestone courtyards, and Verona is, of course, famous for Romeo and Juliet, that famous couple who have vowed a love that spanned the centuries. That's my mug. Call me Romeo. This is Bardolino and Lake Garda, where we stay 3 nights. From here we explore, enjoy and savour everything. Isn't that just perfect?